Let's take a look around the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. It's been on the calendar since 1950, it's one of the originals as well, and over 7 kilometres, it's the longest track on the calendar. Get a good exit out the last corner and boot it hard across the line down towards turn 1 at La Source as well. Heavy braking zone all the way down into 3rd gear. Hug the inside line as well. Let the car drift out. Use all available curb as you head downhill on the original start-finish straight before you head to Eau Rouge, the red water. Hit the bottom at Eau Rouge, rise up the hill as you reach the top of the crest at Raidillon. The car unsettles itself as it sort of balances out, and then you start. Open up the DRS as you head down the Camel Straight all the way down towards the Lacombe chicane. 8th gear, flat out, hit the brakes at 100km boards, flick the car in 4th gear, ride the curbs as you come in towards Malmedy. Keep on the throttle as well. You can now pretty much take it flat out as you head downhill towards Ravage. Nice double apex corner as you try to loop it back up. Coming through now, Jochen Rin, the speaker's corner, flicks through as well. Take a wide exit because now you're going to effectively go downhill towards Puong. Flick the car in, drop down to 6th gear from 8th. Maximum throttle through the second half as well. You can take all the speed as you come up towards the Fagnes chicane. Down from 8th gear all the way, full in 5th gear as well. Maybe pull down to 4th depending on what the grip is like as well as you approach the fearsome Stavalo as well. Flick the car in, mid-power exit, full power as you come round the curve to Port Frere 1 and then up towards curve to Port Frere 2. This used to be an original part of the street circuit here as well. It's the entrance of the circuit as you fly through the second half as you approach Blanchimont. Flat out, hug the inside line as well, flick the car in and hope for the best. The bus stop chicane then as well, down all the way to 2nd gear. 2, the one to the right, 1 to the left, back on the accelerator at the exit, DRS open as you cross the line, and that is a lap of the circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium.
Good morning, everybody. We have 7 kilometres of action here today. Welcome to the Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup. And we head to the longest track on the Porsche calendar. It is a circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgium Grand Prix. And what a surprise, just like all the other series this weekend, we have a delay. We've got a 10 to 15 minute delay due to some barrier repairs on what happened in F2 just a while back. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer, but we may as well go live anyway. We got myself, Jess Ball, taking up Josh's role for today's proceedings. But joining the commentary box once again, he just can't leave. It is Omi. Omi, we've had some great action already today. Can the Porsches deliver?
Absolutely. There is no reason why they shouldn't. It's a great circuit. A lot of overtaking opportunities in the Porsche Supercup. There, every corner is an overtaking opportunity. So absolutely, I think the Porsche Supercup is definitely going to deliver us with quite a bit of action. I think we're going to have some great racing. What will the weather do? It was looking very dark at the end of the Formula 2, so anything is possible, but it's really going to be an interesting race.
Yes, it is. And we were back in the Porsche in Spa in 2022 where we saw Dylan Perrier won there, followed by Larry number 25 who came in 2nd place. And that was kind of like a duo that fought for the championship until the very end. But this year, we've got 4 drivers that are still in contention of winning the overall classification. Our current championship leader, Bastien Bus, and his British teammate Harry King, they're in the top 2 as well. And then we've got Dorian Borcalacci, who is not that far behind also as well. And that's going to be an interesting fight because obviously with Bastien Bus having some good races, Harry King has won the last 2. Harry King's only starting 3rd today's proceedings, but the main championship rival, Bastien, is starting right behind him.
Yep, Bastien absolutely is. So there's definitely going to be an interesting battle. Larry Tenfora, not too far back as well, 3rd place in the standings. So he definitely will have a chance to make some overtakes and yeah, he did have a bad race in Silverstone and also last time in Budapest. Last time he was just there more in the mid-pack. Because at the beginning he's mostly been fighting right at the front. So he was in the mid-pack last time out. And then in Silverstone he actually wiped out all of the contenders. Bastian Boost took the lead for a matter of a few seconds because then he was tagged as well. So it was absolute chaos in Silverstone. But Larry Tenforda, momentum's kind of gone now after those few moments. He's not on the front row today as well. So once again, he's a bit in the mid pack. So it's definitely going to be interesting for Larry Tenforda as he tries to get back in momentum, tries to get back in form to return back to the top.
Yes, and the pole time yesterday was a 2-minute 21.094, 97 thousandths quicker, my set in qualifying yesterday, which we didn't show because of Sky, but it got moved until before the Formula One because obviously of the delays and the weather and stuff like that. So for the first time ever, we had qualifying for Porsche before the F1 sprint, which was probably a good thing because otherwise we wouldn't have had the Porsche qualifying going on as well. But we will go through your starting grid in just a moment. Now, we did see Juan Manuel Fayen Lunyon, who did not set a time within the 100% rule. Do you know, is he still allowed to go into race at all?
Which driver again?
Juan Manuel Fayen Lunyon.
Not a name that I recognise, so must be one of those new drivers.
Yeah, from Team Huber Racing. It was quite a slow time, to be fair.
Yeah. So I'm really unsure actually about that rule. I'm really unsure about that.
Because most of the time, if they take a part in practice and their practice time is solid, then they're allowed to race. But we don't know what happened in practice because, again, that didn't get broadcast. But there we go. Most drivers took, I think, 9 or 10 laps to get their laps in as well. I think it was intermediate conditions, during qualifying yesterday as well. I don't know what the weather is currently, but I think it was dry after the F2 race. But knowing us, the rain could come again at the Porsches, and that won't be good timing for Formula One later. But what would you prefer, Romy? A bit dry or some wet?
I'd prefer a bit of dry because the Porsche Supercup, they will most likely just have a safety car race with how much we'll see spins, and like it's kind of like spins are just normal in the Porsche Supercup. Like in Austria, we're ignoring spins. So yeah, if it rains, then I do have a feeling that I wouldn't be surprised if we get a red flag and we just don't go again because it will be so chaotic, or we just stay behind the safety car for the majority of it because of how much spins and crashes everyone will be doing. So yeah, I'd like a bit of dry, and the bit of rain can come not at the start of the F1, maybe a bit during, maybe lap 1 or lap 2.
I'd be all right with that. I wonder if you will be all right with that in the chat. Let us know in the chat. Do you want rain or not?
I want a bit of a and for the Formula 1, I also want a bit of a standing start as well today. So I'm hoping that it's a bit dry.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I want a bit of a standing start because we had a rolling obviously yesterday in the F1 sprint. So I'm hoping that it's dry enough that we do get a bit of a standing start for Formula 1.
Yeah, that'll be, I think, probably the best situation for the drivers. But you never know. We had rolling starts everywhere, by the way. We've got quite a lot of things happening in JB Motorsports this weekend. We got the practice session coming up, which is currently going on at the moment for Formula E. You can watch that currently as well. The final practice session of Formula E Season 9. And then we've got qualifying for Formula E at 12:35 on the channel. I think it'll be on Twitch as well. I think we're going to miss that, unfortunately, due to the delays that Porsche's going. But you never know. It might happen. And then we've got the pre-race show at 1 p.m. for the Belgian Grand Prix. And then race starts at 2. Then we've got BTCC races coming up throughout the day. 11:55 for race 1, 2:20 for race 2, and 4:45 for race 3. And then we got the Formula E finale. And spoiler alert, we saw Jake Dennis take the title yesterday. Well deserved from him. And we obviously got to see the constructors as well. You can tell we're just waffling along at the moment because not much is happening. What they're currently showing on Sky is, I think, either Mugello or Portimao at the moment. That's what they're currently showing. But we're still waiting to bring you the action. Luckily, I had a test of the timings and it's all working for Porsches. So fingers crossed that's okay as well. So that is good as I'm trying to get the results from qualifying. Do you want to go through championship standings, Omi, whilst we wait? Because I think it's going to be a while before we start, I reckon.
Yeah, I can in a second because I actually just said it, but don't worry, do not worry at all. I'll quickly get that up. However, me and Josh T were very lucky yesterday as well, because we obviously had to miss the sprint due to the timings, but it got delayed. So basically it got delayed, and it kind of meant that me and Josh T were able to jump in just in time and were able to actually watch the.
That is true.
Yep. So, well, I think you guys will be hoping for something similar today, aren't you?
For BTCC, yes. Hopefully that F1 gets delayed so we can watch a bit of it. But we can watch the first half of it at least.
Yep. First half and then a bit of a similar to it's the exact same as Spain, isn't it? So
yeah, Fruxton. But except we got another race afterwards because Josh is currently Formula E. That is why you cover. That is why Josh covers everything. But. Yeah, but the most exciting thing as well next week, even though F1 is on a break or whatever, MotoGP is next week. And guess where they're at? Silverstone. I'm not going to be there. Surprise, surprise. I think I need a break from going to Silverstone, to be honest. But
you do.
I am commentating on Silverstone tomorrow with James Head, who's currently in the chat at the moment, prepping our notes. We do prep our notes together. I need to write some later on today as well to get prepping for that. Let's just have a quick nose of the Formula E. Yeah, Mitch Evans is currently leading practice at the moment, 110.1. He won the race yesterday, which is good. But Omi, you have the Porsche Championship standings, so hit it.
Yeah, this will. I might not be able to take you to all the drives. I'll do the top 10 because Sky might be going on air. Bastian Busto leads, then Harry King, Larry Tenfora, Durian Bacalacci, then Alexander Fatch, who took the win in Silverstone, then Alessandro Guietti, Benjamin Pack, Leon Collar, Jaap van Legen, and Huub van Eidenhoven as well. Very close in the standings. Larry Tenfora needs to have a return in form after the crash he had at Silverstone. However, Harry King on really, really great form as well, who won last time out as well. And then Bastian Boost took victory in Austria after a brilliant duel with Larry Tenfora. But the Porsche Supercup is about to begin.
Yes, let's have a look at the intro. And a very warm welcome to the Porsche Supercup. Well, we usually have a recap of what's gone on so far, but obviously we have hardly any audio. But there was a lot of crashes at the Hungarian Grand Prix last time out as well, which caught a lot of drivers out, especially towards the penultimate corner, as we saw Harry King continuing what he does best and winning the last round. Will he be able to do that today, starting in third place? It's going to be hard for him, but never say never in Porsche Supercup. As you can see, the sky, bit of dark clouds, but currently dry at the moment in the Ardennes Forest. But you never know, Ardennes Forest has always a high chance of rain. It was a delay because of the barrier. I think the barrier has been repaired, so hopefully we'll be good to get going very, very soon. We got myself in the commentary box filling in for Josh whilst he covers for Formula E and also sets up for the other streams that we got on this weekend. And we've got Omi that is joining me as well. We are about to get going, hopefully. The rain has held off just for now. Let's hope for a clean one.
Yep. 7-kilometer circuit, 4.3 miles, very fast circuit with a lot of different types of corners, 19 turns around this venue. So hopefully we are going to be treated to some brilliant racing laps here, as now you can see everyone, they're all on the grid, and all of the people will now start going over to the side so the drivers can begin their formation lap. But this is going to be a cracking race.
It is going to be a cracker as well. I think it's going to be the first dry race of the weekend as well. So make the most of it as well. As Morris, who... so I thought he did start off pole, but he's starting 8th.
Oh, did he get a penalty?
He must have. He must have got a penalty then.
But but I've got on my starting grid. But I have the.
What is it? Or does he mean the championship is 8th? I don't know. It's very confusing.
Or maybe it was the wrong driver that we were looking at with the wrong graphic.
Yeah,
because
it might be. I have to say, the TV direction from the race is absolutely terrible this weekend. But we know that we know who's starting in second. That's Dorian at the moment.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the order is the same as they were before, or it might just be our. I got the provisional classification. I didn't get the final one online, which was very annoying.
Yeah, I have the starting.
You have the starting grid, which is all good. And it is Morris at starting pole. So it is we got the wrong graphics there. They had the wrong graphics.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Huh.
If Josh was in the box, he would have gone absolutely crazy. But Omi, take us through the starting grid.
Morris Shearing on pole position. He qualified 9th last year. What a change in fortune. He's in first. He's alongside Boccolacci. Then Bastian Bus in third. Larry Tenfora, who finished second here last year, is in fourth. Then Marvin Clint alongside Alessandro Guiretti. And then it's Harry Jones alongside Harry King, who had a penalty, who starts in 8th position for Lechner Racing. Leon Collar in 9th. And then Alberto Cirqui, one of the guests, in 10th. Then Luke Hartog alongside Kras Mini, who has a penalty in 12th. Benjamin Pack alongside Huub van Oudenhoven, another driver who has a penalty. Gustav Burton alongside Amati, also with a penalty. A lot of drivers getting penalties from last place and qualifying. Gusten Cordial in 17th. Jaap van Legen in 19th. And then Juka Honkariri in 19th. And then La Quinta getting a penalty as well for the contact last time out. Keegan Masters, who pulled a brilliant double overtake. He has a penalty alongside Alexander Fatch, and then Risto Verkov and Lucas Gronewald in 24th position. Then Jorge Lorenzo in 25th, and then Bashar Mardini, one of the guests as well. Roy Lindland in 27th, Michael Verhagen in 28th, and then we have Jan Kingelenberg will not start, and we also do have Jeres Baltus, who will be last position on the grid.
So the formation lap is about to commence. No starting behind the safety car for the first time this weekend. So it will be the pole sitter that will be taking the field away.
Yep, the Formula 2 didn't actually start as well. On safety car today.
Oh,
the F3 did.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Formula 2 actually got a standing start. Formula 2 is the only series to actually have got a standing start in both races, actually.
Well,
they
Formula
got a standing
2
start
was
yesterday.
actually dry, wasn't it?
Yep, and it was dry. It was a bit wet, but it was enough to do a standing start. It was wet at certain points, but there was a dry line and, all of that.
Yeah. So, the point scoring for the Porsches is a lot different to what we see in Formula 1. First place gets 25 points, second place 20, third place 17, and it's 14, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, up to 10th. Then we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up to 15th, and Morris obviously got pole. So he got 2 points yesterday as well, added to his championship total too.
Yep. Morris Shearing able to take pole position yesterday. He was really, really happy with that one, as they will make their way through on the formation lap, being led by Shearing.
Yeah, so, Shearing's lap time was amazing. It was quite close. It was very close to the top two, despite the fact it's a 7.004 kilometre lap. It's known for its challenging layout, and the regulations for a Grade 1 circuit have to be about 7 kilometres, but Spa pretty much is one of the exceptions of the regulations. Monaco is another one as well. Morris is pulling away on the formation lap. I don't think he's meant to do that. There's a bit of damp parts on the circuit past No Name. That's going to be tricky for the drivers to find the dry line, especially with slick tyres, Omi.
Especially in the Porsche Supercup, when they're all trying to dive to the inside at every single opportunity they get. So we are going to be seeing drivers go to that part of the racetrack. And obviously, Morris Shearing taking us a bit in the Porsche Supercup, but on a bit of a fast, I have to say, out lap, isn't he? A fast formation lap for him. We watch Benjamin Pack. He tries to move forward from his starting position. So what is he going to be able to do from 13th on the grid? And what will Shearing be able to do? Can he keep Dorian Bacalacci, who was near the front? He's been near the front in the last few races. So what can he do in from second position? Bastian Bus. He's going to be our championship leader, looking to maintain that. And Larry 10-4 are just trying to chase a return to form. He'll need to try and find his way through with some overtaking. So that's going to be exciting to see what he is able to do. So it's really going to be a great Porsche Supercup race coming up in the drive.
Especially around Spa, the Porsches sound amazing. I was at Silverstone a couple of weeks ago for the F1 and saw the Porsches there. And the sound coming through the Hamilton Straight, it was something to behold. So I think coming down Blanchimont and into the water start finish straight and through El Rouge is going to be absolutely spectacular. Massive shout out to Sinful, by the way, who's probably watching the Porsches as we speak. And sure we'll be getting photos where he is. I think he's based down near past Pillon as well, which is a great view, to be honest, to have around Spa.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Josh.
I'm going to be in the pit lane for once.
Ah.
Something new.
Because I'm setting up everything else. So I'm still here, but I'll be in the pit lane and bring you some info. So good luck, guys. Have a good one.
I'll turn him back up then.
Yeah, I do need to turn him back up in a minute, but I will change scene in just a moment. But we are about to get going then for the Porsche Super Cup. A bit of a delay due to the barrier repair from the Formula 2 race, but not much of a delay, luckily, as we're waiting for the final driver to get into his grid slot as well. And it's going to be the run down towards that source. Who's going to be brave and chuck it down the inside in towards turn number 1 and go for the lead? There's going to be a big tow on the start-finish straight as well. The grandstands are packed, even for the Porsche Super Cup race. It's going to be absolutely electric. And hopefully the timings refresh itself, because at the moment it's blank. But we don't care. As long as we've got the pictures, we got the pictures. So it's all good. And the green flag is waving. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights. And we are go, go, go. And it's a good start from our pole sitters. They make their way down towards turn number 1. Bortolacci trying to defend off Harry Bus down the inside in towards La Source currently at the moment. All going away cleanly so far as we got the 2 cars here going side by side through a Rouge of all places. That's going to be brave. One person has definitely got to back off, but looks like he's not going to at the moment. So we got Schwing, who's currently in P1, holding on to pole position. We could still see some side by side heading towards the Kemmel Straight. It's going to be brave if they could do it.
It definitely will be. Now you can see the Leclerc racing car looking left, looking right, looking everywhere. It will be the lead still for Schuring as he heads now through Lecombe, and then tried Boccolacci losing a position off the line to Boost as well. He's moved up to second position. They're all gonna get through. Larry Tenfora involved in a battle through the mid pack as well. But then wheel to wheel for the lead, Jess.
Yes, indeed. We got Schwing versus Booster. Championship leaders definitely at the start that he wanted as well in the BWT car. He's partnering Harry King for this season. Harry King is in 6th position, so not where he wants to be. But Morris doing very well defending. It kind of reminds me of Oscar Piastri yesterday, trying to defend off of Max Verstappen. But we got a side-to-side battle in the back. Well, I believe that's Harry King trying to make some more moves up the field, but couldn't quite do it, unfortunately. And we got Jones, who's currently leading the rookie class. No, actually, no, it's not Jones. It's Goretti, who's currently leading the rookie class at the moment in 5th. So he'll be on top step of the podium as it stands, as they're passing towards near Paul Frere, currently past Stabilo. And so far they make their way unscathed, but you never know with the Porsches. We've seen it what happened in Hungary, but we've got 3 cars in the battle for the lead, Omi.
Yep, currently 3 cars dueling for first position in the race. They're dueling for positions everywhere throughout the field. There's Leon Collar looking for a move as well. And is anyone going to go for it into the Bustle Chicane? A place where you can go for some late dive bombs, so someone could go for it. It did look like Schuring. He got a brilliant start of the line, but he just bogged down a tiny bit. Do Rouge and Radion. Track limits. So there was a lot of people cutting the Rouge, basically. Track limits being sent into the dust there as they make their way now all the way through, about to begin lap number 2. So the Porsche Supercup really hard to keep it on the circuit, and as expected, track limits not really being a factor, but they will look at all of the cars cutting a Rouge.
Yes, as we've potentially got a battle between the BWT cars once again then as well. And we've got Moise, who's 2 tenths behind clear of our championship leader. But I would like to see the gap to the drivers currently, so we can currently see what is going on. But we could have a change through the Camel Straight. Our championship leader, Bus, trying to go for a move maybe, but he doesn't have enough toe from our pole sitter. But I think he could do it heading towards the com. Is he going to go left or right, or is he not going to think about it at all? He's not thinking about it at all. I think he's just going to be very conservative. We only have 12 laps of the Porsche Supercup because it's a very long lap around here past Lecom into Brussels now, as we've got change for moves for P13 currently. That is Van Edenhoven. Apologies if we get the names wrong, by the way. Look at this. They're all so close to each other. Formula One could never have that.
Yeah, Pack getting up to 13th place past Hoop van Oudenhoven, but Hoop van Oudenhoven not done yet. He's trying to fight back to retake 13th. This is Marvin Klin we're currently watching, and he is being chased all the while by Harry King. So this battle currently forming Marvin Klin, who finished in 4th last year around this venue in this race. 2 tenths for the lead. That's the gap that Boost needs. If he wants to try and have an attack to Lecom, he needs to be about 2 tenths so he can really tuck in the slipstream. It won't be an easy pass. No DRS, remember. You might get a tiny bit of slipstream. It's not too strong. It's not as strong as Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3. You're going to get a slipstream, but as soon as you pull out the slipstream, it becomes pretty equal. It becomes pretty equal as soon as you pull out the slipstream. So we will get battles. Battles do get down into the braking zone here in the Porsche Supercup.
Incident for car 23 will be investigated after the race. So that is
Honkaruri.
The name that I can't pronounce. Typical. So yes, so we'll look at the replay very, very shortly then. That's a little bit of a ride through that sausage curb heading towards the bus stop chicane. They should get rid of that. It's a very annoying curb that could cause problems. As Clean has got past King and keeps in 4th place. They're having a little bit of a battle. King almost got past him, but Clean was like, no, thank you. But looks like someone is going to fight back. Fourth position. King is up into 4th place, and hopefully the timings will affect that. But look at this. King is fighting back, going up the hill towards El Rouge. Can he make it stick? It's going to be very hard. He could do so. King tried to go for the switchback, and King defends for his life here. King's up to 4th, but we've got King, Marcus is not going to give up whatsoever. Bastian Buss has got the fastest lap so far, but he's waiting patiently to try and get the lead. What a move from King, though. Don't forget, he won here in the Porsche Carrera Cup in Germany in April. So we just like this track, Omi.
We absolutely do. As we cut to the replay of the race start, exactly what our pole seater needed. Schubing is going to get a bit of a jump, so Boccolacci has to cover the inside line because you're going to have Booth who will dive to the inside. There was cars also going on the grass right on the exit, so it's exactly what Schubing wanted though. Larry 10 forward up around the outside. So is anyone going to touch the gravel? Yeah, there was a spinner actually. There was a spinner in the background. Honkaruri, let's listen. Actually, we can't. Forgot that we can't listen to the radios. Well, actually, Josh is in the pit lane, so he might be able to turn some radios actually up for us. So now this is our overtake.
Streams later on. He's setting up for the stream. So I think this is the incident that happened towards Lake Comlan. That's probably what they're being investigated for at the moment. As we're already on lap 3, they're all really bunched together. As we've got some moves in the background for P19, that is, I think, that's quite a lot of moving down, actually. Black and white flag already, car 27. We didn't get it in the F1, but we got it in the Porsches. Black and white flag already. How many track limit warnings have they got so far?
Well, they create their new race. Well, they create racing lines here in the Porsche Supercup. Yeah. New racing lines. Gusten Cordial. Getting the black and white flag there. I will not be surprised if we see penalties being spammed more than Austria for Formula 1's race. Obviously, the Porsche Supercup, there's another one. Keegan Masters in the number 18 also getting a penalty as well. Here is some side-by-side. Defending is Fatch. That's a late send. Another late send as well. Trying to see who that actually is. But there's so many different liveries, there's so many different cars. We're all trying to work everything out as we make our way onto lap number 4. But Boost just isn't able to currently get close enough. He might still have a run though if he can just really tuck in the system. It's 2 tenths now the gap.
Ooh, someone trying to go side by side into La Source, trying to go the outside line. Most people try and go the inside
That's
line
Masters
as well.
So Keegan Masters finding his way past there. Late send, got that move done.
It's a very
Uh,
late
Guys, just let you know
send,
that
but
the first.
sorry, Josh.
Sorry, just let you know the first lap is under investigation. Many drivers cut the corner at the top of the hill, and they're now looking into it because that's one part of the track you're not allowed to go off in Porsches. It's the top of the hill at the Rouge, so they're just taking a look into it.
Yep, we
Oh,
saw
thank
that message come up. Thank you, Josh. They were all cutting really on the opening lap. Quite a lot of them were. As
Yeah.
Grisling Cordial on the back of Keegan Masters, you can see just running a tiny bit wide is Cordial as he tries to get through.
Yeah, people being very brave because this is a part of the race where it's still quite damp in some places, so it's not particularly too dry, but it's stopped raining. And so for the tyres, it's absolutely fine, but they've got to be a bit more tentative, which is probably why Bus is not going for it. Or maybe he's struggling a little bit because you can see the other cars around him is trying to catch up even more, and it's going to have a concertina effect. So they're all going to give a massive tow, but you never know, as most drivers keeping it clean anyway. But I'm almost saying, what would the penalty be if a lot of cars would be found at fault for cutting turn 4? It will be probably a 5-second penalty, won't it?
Yeah, about that, but it was a bit wide for Bastian Boots. He lost some time there. Lost some time, and yes, it's only 6 tenths, but in Porsche Supercup, it can be a tiny bit of a gap that. You'll need to close that back up. He had a bit of a wide moment to the Vaniet chicane, so Bastian Boots will need to do some more work to get back on the back of Shoeing. Just a few more tenths he needs to gain, but you ideally want to be 2 tenths so you can tuck in the slipstream. Stewards, Hon Karuri, and that would be Jorge Lorenzo, who will be investigated after the race for the turn 4 incident.
Yeah, really bad for Jorge Lorenzo as well. He's been offered a new contract to be a test rider in MotoGP, and he might just take it, but it means that he has to miss the last 3 rounds of this championship. So he's umming and ahhing because he's actually enjoying learning 4 wheels rather than 2, and he doesn't want to go back because he had an injury in MotoGP, and he doesn't want to go back and get injured again, and then cost him everything else in racing because he loves racing. So he's in a bit of a do-or-die catch-22 situation.
Yeah, as is most people on the grid as well, debating about their futures for the Porsche as well. It's been quite a good season so far, and Bush just a little bit more closer than before. So he is eager, the #1 driver, just to get past. But again, finding his time. We're almost half race distance into this race with our pole sitter still going in strong. He had a bit of threat at the beginning of this race, String. But he's another black and white flag. Oh my God. It's like Austria over again, but it's time for the Porsches. Can they just keep it on the right lines, guys?
No, they can't. They really, really cannot.
Struggle right now, start to struggle in front.
Starting to struggle on the fronts, it looks like, for Marcus. As we just had the team radio there. Thank you, Josh.
Is that right?
So, fastest lap for Boost currently, as it stands. He is trying his absolute best, but he needs to be under 3 tenths as they exit La Source and climb all the way up the hill to the Rouge and Radion. Another race control. Not another track limits. It's Burton, the rookie, this season, getting a black and white flag as well. How many track limits are we going to get?
You're going to have fun editing the highlights later, Romy, for the Porsches.
Yes, that's going to be very fun.
I am recording it, by the way. So before you say, have you recorded it? Don't worry, I'm recording it. Someone's got
if you haven't recorded it, I can go
donut.
YouTube.
Someone's got like a Simpson donut on a car. That's quite cool, actually. But we're on lap 6. We're halfway. The clouds are getting darker. Does that mean we got rain in the air for Formula 1, or will we avoid the rain? We'll have to wait and see.
We get unlucky for Formula 1 races, don't we? Quite a bit. But hopefully we do get some rain.
Yeah, we did get a sprint race yesterday, but that took a while to get going. Formula 1, by the way, pre-race show at 1 o'clock, and then we got the race at 2 if things go well. Fingers crossed, touch wood, that the race still goes on at 2 o'clock. I don't know how many of us are going to be in the commentary box for that, because everyone else is going to be, I think it's just going to be you, Omi, and Adam and Megan, Josh, I think. It's going to be, I think, only for F1 later.
Adam's not in F1.
Oh, he's not in F1, he's in F2. So it's you, Megan, and Omi then?
Yes. Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, cool.
And then presumably one of you, either Josh or you, will drift up to the box after you finish the touring cars.
Oh,
Or how
yeah.
about we do or how about we do what we did in Spain, where someone does it at the start, someone does it at the end again.
Yeah, that's the plan. It's Dorian Boccolacci, by the way, with the Simpson donut on.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm a big fan of him now. I'm a big fan. But I think he's under pressure from Harry King, who's riding the curbs in No Name, heading towards Puon. And look at that. King is so much faster than Bortolacci in the last few laps. But Bortolacci has gained a bit on King. Only by 7,000 though, so they're pretty much even on pace. So this is the final spot on the podium, Omi. Anything could happen, and this is crucial for King's championship chances.
Yeah, crucial for his championship chances. Dorian Boccolacci will need to go on the defensive. He's lost touch with the top two. Bastian Boost, Schuring, both stretching a bit clear. Not the stewards. And this is going to be Groneveld and Lorenzo will be investigated after the race as well. But focused on Boccolacci and King, both of these drivers, as we have Thatch, so we might get radio. Josh is here and turns it up.
Well, that is.
Oh, we did see what happened there.
No worries, Josh. No worries, Josh. Don't worry. Right. So Boccolacci still though being chased all the way by King currently, and King I think could go for a late send maybe soon.
What is going on with the team radios? So Josh said, "Oh, there's not going to be many team radios in today in Spa, and we got loads."
Someone's obviously decided that we need to hear what the drivers have to say in Porsches, even though it's only, 12 laps or on lap 7 now. So they really are. They just want to make me stress, Jess. That's what they want to do.
Yeah, because there's a lot of streams going on currently as well. But I think Schring is holding his own out in front. Started on pole by only 96 thousandths or whatever it was. Probably less than that. But we still could have our championship leader challenging him. What would you do if you were in this position? Because your championship rivals are behind you. Would you settle for second, or you would go for first? Ideally, you would go for first, but you don't want to risk damaging your car.
You don't want to risk damaging your car, but you kind of want to take the race lead at the same time, and you want to try to kind of take as much points on your championship rival as you can, because it's a very close championship. It goes all the way, and you can see Boost really, really close now as they make their way through. Double header coming up in Zandvoort, and then we head to Monza in a week after Zandvoort. And look at the cloud; it's getting really dark around this circuit as it ramps up for the race lead as well. Bastian Boost and Schuring about to duel it out, because Bastian Boost looks hungry. He looks hungry for this race win.
He's flashing the lights. He means business. The temperatures are cooling down, which could help. But there's some parts of the circuit where it's sunnier, and there's some parts of the track where it's got very dark. So it's going to be hard to manage the tyres. Now, this is, I think, Klein going off. So did he get damaged there, Marvin?
Take care of them. Take care of them. The pace is good.
I don't know why I called him Marcus earlier on, by the way. I do apologise. So many names to remember.
Marvin Klin, yep.
Yeah, Marvin Klin. I thought it was Marcus, but I think I was referring to a sponsor or something. But again, do apologise about that.
Ooh, well, lap 7 out of 12. Bit of a quiet race. It is quieting down a tiny bit. However, it's ramping up as well at the same time for the race lead. I don't know why, but I'm getting energy from the clouds as well coming in for Formula 1 later. But a bit of a hit there as well.
Lassie, good job. Stay on track. Good job. Stay on track.
And Boost is really, really close now. Lots of radios today. 5 laps to go as they come over the line. And Schuring, Boost is going to take 3-second boost.
Boost tried to go around down the inside into that source. Can he do it? I think he can, but he goes off the track a little bit. So Schuring defends that for its life, but I think he went off the track a little bit, the number 1, so that cost him a little bit. But look at the speed he's carrying for Rouge and Radion. Up the hill for Rouge, then towards Radion, then towards the Kemmel straight now, as he's trying to ride the curb for all his life. He can't cut off in our Rouge, because otherwise there's going to be some trouble. Moy's still leading, but Bus is hungry to get this race win, to extend his lead in the championship. Through the Kemmel straight he comes into Lecombe. I don't think he's going to go for it there. There's some debris on the track. I wonder what's happened there, Omi.
It was a very late lunge by Bastian Boost. He kept shooting out down on the source. However, you saw Bastian Boost going for it, but just was a bit too wide. Shooting would have seen that one coming. Broke early, then got on the power, and when he did so, he was ahead as we headed towards the Muja Radion. Great stuff by Shooting and Boost, both of them driving another team radio.
Oh my god.
Off the back straight.
How many team radios have we had? Is they
He
just
got
want to
damage
kill
on
us?
the back straight.
He got damage on the back.
Damage to the back straight.
Thank you, Josh B. Started at the back, not going his way as well. It is going the top two's way. Shooting versus Bastian Boost for the win.
Bastian Boost versus Shring for the win then of the Porsche Supercup in Spa-Francorchamps, round number 4 of the championship. We did start in Monaco, and then we've had to Austria, Silverstone, and then Belgium. Those are the rounds that we've had so far, and the championship is hotting up ever so nicely indeed. We also got a battle in the background for P3 as well. We've got Harry King and Bortolacci going for third as well. I wonder if that battle's going to ramp up towards the end too. Make sure you leave a like on this video, by the way, and hit that subscribe button, because it does help the channel and it helps people get recommended to this stream, so more people can watch our watch-alongs, of course. And we cover pretty much every series under the sun, so if you like a motorsport series, chances are we will cover it. I think Burst is going to go for another lunge into that source, it looks like, but he's getting very brave. He's going to go around the outside maybe this time. No, he's not. I think he's going to wait just a little bit, Omi.
He's going to have a big chance now. He's going to tuck in the system, and then he'll have a chance to avoid radio. I don't know why, but I feel like it's about to rain any second. On lap number 9 out of 12, he's going to go through a route. You're going to go through radio. This is when you're kind of losing a bit of downforce as you make your way through as well. You're losing all sorts of speed, but you're also kind of gaining at the same time. So you just got to keep it together. Hope you don't get a bit of a slide. He wasn't close enough that time around. He left Lesource close, but he just wasn't able to kind of make a late send into Lecom. If he cannot, then he'll have to stay behind for another lap. He's kind of looking to the inside, placing his car to the inside to kind of hope, and he's trying to scare Maurice Shewing off the road, but Maurice Shewing not cracking under the pressure currently, and Bastian Boost still is gonna stay on the back and go for a late lunge. Maybe he can catch Shewing out as well.
Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of drivers that could catch some people out as well. Not much has happened in this race, but what we have seen is Bush catching and catching by every dear life. But would it be too little, too late? We haven't seen that much risky action since Hungary. I think since Hungary, people have been told to possibly calm down, potentially as well. Oh, there's rain in the air. Rain in the air, which could affect Formula 1 later. Oh, God, that's going to be interesting.
It is getting really, really dark as well, but Austria was a banging race, and umbrellas are starting to go up. It is raining, and that's why.
It's raining heavily, guys. It's raining heavily down around the last 2 corners, so they're going to have a lot of trouble on slicks.
They're really going to have a lot of trouble now, and while they race for the while they battle for the lead, and they battle for all kind of positions, it is starting to rain, and it's going to cause trouble all the way down. We're heading towards the bus stop. This is where it could be wet, Jess.
I think this is where the main action is going to happen, and it depends on the setups as well. Who has got the setup which is balanced for these conditions? The teams have been keeping an eye on the weather as much as they possibly can, and typical, we've had to have rain to spice up the action a little bit. Harry King then, down to the bus stop chicane, could get Bortolacci in the...
Whoa.
Well, he almost did. But he didn't so far. The top 4 agonisingly close.
The rain.
You can see the raindrops on the camera heading towards that source then. 3 laps to go of the Belgian Grand Prix at the Porsche Supercup. And a bit of a lock-up, I think, from Harry King in the background.
So it's really starting now. You can see the wipers, all of the drivers, wipers on, rain starting to fall all over now around this venue. More drama coming. We are Shewing on the radio.
Pretty hard now.
Raining pretty hard now, guys.
Not the situation you want while battling for the race lead, so he's going to come under massive pressure. He's got the gap those 8 tenths. Will he be feeling the nerves at this stage of the race? That's the lock-up.
Oh, that was Shewing that had the lock-up then. I thought it was Harry King that had the lock-up. Or he might have had the lock-up as well, but you can see how hard it is. I think there's going to be more lock-ups, I think, throughout this lap. And with the tricky conditions. There's some parts of the track where it's dry and some parts of the track where it's wet. It's going to be absolutely chaos. You can see the wipers already up for some of the drivers as we had a change in position for 12th place currently. As Quasmini, no, it wasn't Quasmini, it was someone else. Oh, Harry King was riding through No Name now in the grass. So it just showed that the conditions are ramping up as the timings are having a mind of its own. And in the pictures it's going crazy, oh mate.
Yep, it absolutely is. And this race has more drama left. Shearing leads. Boost is in second. Boost really wants this. Now, we take a look at a replay. Benjamin Pack tucking in the slipstream of Keegan Masters. It looks like he has ahead of him. Masters will cover the inside line. No, it's not Masters, so it's a 29.
It's
so
Cirky. Or however
yeah, it would be Cirky then. So Pack getting the move done. Similar livery though to Masters, so that's why I thought it was Masters. But look, up and under, broke early, saw his well run wide, got a throttle, but still fighting back. Still fighting back. So incredible.
And
this is Harry King. This is brilliant
as well, riding the curbs. Oh.
Ooh, a bit more of a moment.
Marbles on his tyres then for the final couple of laps. That's gonna.
Oh, damage! Off the road.
Harry King's off the road as well. It's gonna be an.
It's raining heavily at the last corner.
Yep, as you can see, they're all going off.
Oh,
they're all going off. Safety car. Safety car. They're all going off the road. Look at this. They're all cutting the chicane. They can't get it slowed down to the bus stop.
I think
it's the weather. They're on dry, so it is actually really bad down in the last few corners. Just look to the weather forecast as well. That's why they're all locking up. The safety car will end the race. I mean, it's due to the conditions, not anything else.
I think that's very, very a right decision. Even though we wanted more racing, we don't want crashes, and we know what happened in other series for people like that. So very smart from the race director. So pretty much the top three remain exactly as they are, with Morris pretty much controlling the field ready, but we can't call it until it's official. But the bullies are up. There's going to be delays, and more delays in F1 most likely. And you can see how treacherous the conditions are. We're running on board with Morris. I think he's the one to... So he had a lock-up, and I think he's going to cut the circuit. And that's probably what led to the safety car being called. Look at the rain in through the bus stop chicane. It's heavy.
Yeah. And also with a big lockup there for shooting. I thought he kind of got damage as well. And because of the tire, it kind of looked like that he did got damage, but everyone else was just sliding on because he had a big lockup. Shooting, but he still tried to get slowed down. Red flag. Red flag is out. Yeah, understandable due to the rain.
Yeah, it's got so heavy that the teams have said to the FIA, look, we can't change it. It is due to get heavy in the next minute, and it's raining quite hard near the pit lane area. The race will not be resumed. That's it.
Yeah, the race will not be resumed. So Schuring fighting for his first win. Finally, he is gonna now achieve it. Put under massive pressure by Bastian Bus, who joined the Porsche Supercup last season.
I think he started to realise that the race is over and that he has done it.
Yep, he has done it indeed. Schuring took his first pole yesterday. Now he's won. Incredible by Schuring.
And he was under pressure by the championship leader. I thought he was going to struggle really, but he didn't. And I think due to how long this track is, there's obviously no DRS in these cars. It's hard to overtake. So. Yeah, so I think everyone's going to go into the pit. Session will not be resumed, but we haven't had that confirmed in our on the TV pictures. But I think it's more than likely it's not going to be resumed anyway. Hopefully there won't be another lap after this because we've got more series to cover next.
No, there won't be. If it was F1, then if it was F1, they
would carry. If it was F1 or IndyCar, they would carry on.
Well. Yeah, but the problem is they wouldn't physically be able to because this is the lap we're coming in. Then the lap they would go out would be the final lap. So when they begin the race, the checkered flag would already be out.
And Team Radio, my winner.
Maurice, it was a great race with a lot of pressure. Congrats! Yes! Oh my God! Oh man!
So, however,
he was showing his delight to the camera as well. He knows that he's done it. He knows he's won. He's been wanting a race win in so long, and we've only lost one lap in a way, haven't we? So it will be 4 points.
Yeah. However, if we had if we were on lap 9, then F1 would do a 1 lap shooter, F1 and IndyCar, but they wouldn't bother with the support series.
By the way, if the delay didn't happen, we would have done the race. We would have done the race in the dry, and we would have completed it.
Yeah, but rain, chaos over the night. Before the F3, it was bucketing it down. Then it finally stopped raining. F2 dried up the track. F2 had chaos as well due to the track being damp.
Race is not resuming. Race is not resuming. Yep. The people are on the parc fermé conditions, and oh geez, he nearly damaged Bortoletta's car there. But there we go, our race winner. With pure delight, he's going to go and celebrate with his team. Nice to have a new race winner in the Porsche Supercup. Cheers from his team there as well. Will there be many more race wins to come? I really do hope so. That's going to give him some confidence going into Zandvoort. It's home Grand Prix, believe it or not.
Yep. A lot of people's home Grand Prix. They get 2 races there in Zandvoort. A lot of people's home Grand Prix because the Porsche Supercup is filled with Dutch drivers.
Exactly, and technically it's a home Grand Prix in Belgium as well because it's not that far from the Netherlands. So there we go. So yeah, so we've got Schring, Bush, and then Bortolacci, your podium sitters today for the Porsche Supercup. And I think we have interviews. And who was the leading rookie? Did you catch that, Omi?
The leading rookie would be Gueretti.
So it'll be Gueretti, Jones, and Pack will be your rookie podium. Does that get shown first, or is that the overall podium
Main first, rookie second.
Perfect. So it will be Gueretti, Jones, and Pack, your podium for the top 3. So Gueretti getting a win in Porsche, which will be good for him as well. For those of you new to Porsche, the timing show that they have an R, that's a rookie. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Took me 3 races to find that out.
Luckily, I don't mean that.
Well, I luckily created I luckily created a bit of a driver tracking sheet for me. So with that, I kind of put Ricky on it. So that was one of the useful ones.
It was hard for me to distinguish when I was at Silver Six. On the booklet, it didn't have an R next to it, so we didn't know who was a rookie and who wasn't, which was confusing. Do we get interviews, Amy?
There'll be one. No, usually goes straight to the podium.
Oh, they go straight to the podium. Oh, okay.
Tell you what, though, I've never worked so hard to get a whole new timing screen sorted because the legacy timing on Time 71 has now ended, which means I've had to set up a brand new timing tower for everything. Is
that for F2 and F3 and all that?
No, that's for touring cars. Only in 20 minutes. That's why I couldn't do this race. If anyone's wondering why I couldn't do this race when Formula E ended earlier, it's because I had to set up a whole new timing tower and I wouldn't have had the time.
Oh. And that's a repeat of Schring going out of his car and celebrating once again as well. So we'll have that podium first.
I kind of bet after the safety car. Not a safety car, sorry. After the podiums, I think it'll be sunny again with how the climate goes. It's the different Spa climate is just completely different from everywhere.
It was like that. It was like that yesterday where I was as well. It was sunny at the start of the day, then it was raining, then it was sunny, then it was raining, but then it was sunny for most of the day after.
Imagine managing to get sunburnt in an F1 rain delay.
P1 will manage to get sunburnt in the rain. So my advice, even if it's raining, put sunscreen on if you don't have a coat on. Because I've learned that as well. I got a bit sunburnt, but not as much as well. So yeah, take some sunscreen if you're pretty much be prepared for the weather. That's my advice. Bring a coat, fleece, sunscreen, umbrella. I didn't bring that.
Give it to
Brincho, bring.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so basically, everywhere you go, always take the weather with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Because you never know what it's going to be. Because it may be forecast for sunshine, but you never know. It may rain. So. And we've got the podium then. Bortolecci goes on to the podium and great drive from him. And in second place, our championship leader, Bruce tried to do all he can to get the lead and the race win, but to no avail. But more crucially, he still leads the championship by quite some way. And then our race winner, our pole sitter, Schring, did a fantastic job. The Dutchman winning at Belgium. Can he win at Zandvoort next time out with a double header? We'll have to wait and see. This is our overall podium, and we're about to hear the Dutch national anthem, which is probably not the first time we're going to hear it. Your podium then, celebrations as they're about to get their trophies. Morris, his first win trophy here at the Porsche Supercup. I think he's a star in the making. You'll get another one soon as well. Second place. Gets his trophy as well. Championship leader. Bastien Bush from fourth on the grid as well to second. Good drive from him. Kind of wish he would have challenged for the win, but he still leads the championship. As Dorian Bortolacci lost one place off the start, but I'm sure he won't care. He's on the podium getting some needed championship points. And right now, coming up, it's champagne time. I was wanting to say that.
That's my line.
I know, but you're not leading this one. I am, so shush.
No, I know. It's very addictive, isn't it, to do that?
I know, it's very addictive, not gonna lie. But we still got the rookie podium to celebrate as well. But in about a month's time, not a month's time. When do we head to Zandvoort? Is that a month's time?
A month's time.
Yeah, a month's time in Zandvoort, a double header. Will Harry King fight back because he only finished fourth today? And will Bastien able to get his lead extended in the championship, or will Morris Schring get another win? We'll see. But who was your driver of the day, Omi?
Well, you have to give it to Schring. Absolutely, you have to give it to him. Brilliant defending. When Bastien Bush dived to the inside, he saw it coming. He had a response, got on the power, took the place back, defended for the rest of the race, got the start he needed, and there's no other reason. There shouldn't be anyone else, really. It's a brilliant job by him.
And his first one as well. I have to give it to him as well. Schring had some pressure, but that really helped him. That really helped him a little bit. And here's the rookie podium then. I'll let you go through that, Omi. You know the drivers.
So, Harry Jones in second position in the rookies. And then in third position, Pack. However, the winner, Alessandro Grivetti. We will hear the French national anthem as he stands on the top step in the rookies. Let's hear the French national anthem.
a brilliant race for Goretti, who takes another win to add to his tally, the number 22 in the rookies. He brings the trophy and celebrates. Great drive. He finished 6th overall, which was a really great result for him. 2nd place, Harry Jones, the Australian. Got so close to a race victory, but yet so far. But his team looked absolutely delighted. And in 3rd place, the Belgium, the number 12, looking to add to his podium tally. And he did that very, very well indeed. And once again, in the rookies, it's champagne time. So the Porsches is done, but we're not over in Spa-Francorchamps. At 1 p.m. UK time, we've got the pre-race show for Formula 1. Will there be delays? Most likely. But before that, we've got Formula E qualifying and the British Touring Cars Race 1 coming up. In Formula E qualifying, Megan will be taking you through that. Then we got Josh B and Josh T taking you through BTCC. Thanks to Omi for joining me in the commentary box. Thanks to Josh B for providing the radios, the podium or whatever, and being an insight in the pit lane. But we will see you very soon for British Touring Cars and Formula E's up next. But until Porsche Supercup returns, we'll see you in a month's time for Zandvoort. Good day, everybody. Goodbye.